Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the final round of Season 5 at Nurburgring for the PS4 Tier 2. Let me know that you can hear me clearly in the chat. I'm just waiting on Adman to join in. We've been caught a little bit short this evening in regards to the only the 45-minute practice, so Ads is not quite with us yet. So if you can let me know in the chat that you can hear us clearly, that'd be greatly appreciated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press on currently, and he'll be joining me very, very shortly. So let's have a quick look. We don't have a lot of time tonight because qualifying is about to begin. And let's quick jump into the series points and see where we are from a teams championship going through all the previous rounds. And as you can see, as we're getting to catch up to the current, GRT out in front on 641. CDA and P&L tied on 547. BHR on 561. And I think SAR went a tad too early this season because we started on top after round one, but we managed to eventually make our way to the bottom of the tier. The results from the previous round was obviously a win for Rain of Fire. Psycho, a great result for him. And again, a solid result for Kraken in P3. Then we move on to the all-important Tier 2 current points leading up to this final round. And we currently have Simon on 88, Christoph on 83, Scotty Pie 79, Sparky 79, Rain of Fire 75, Team Little Bear 74, the Kraken 71, Shamrock 64, who missed unfortunately last round, was running in third, and again unfortunately misses out tonight. Psycho on 59, Azuro on 57, and Stozza 49, Familiar 40, Sumic Squid on 17, and White Shadow on 17, and Andy unfortunately was yet to do a race. We'll jump in just quickly here and have a quick look at the circuit itself. A pretty challenging circuit from my point of view, but one that I quite enjoyed, Nurburgring. Look, it has a lot of tight and technical sections, along with particularly leading into that last sector up through the Schumacher S's. Quite fast. You've got to have a stable car through there to be able to carry the speed, and then move your way down to the long straight before the chicane, and then into the tight right-hand hairpin to the start-finish line. So it's quite a challenging track, an enduro of 90 minutes, a mandatory tyre stop. Obviously, guys will have to take fuel as well. We'll just jump through.
Here we are, round 5, season 7. We've got the tier 2 race tonight, PS5, and the tier 1 next week. Final race for season 7. So we're at Nurburgring. I love this track. It is a tough track actually. Just thought I'd do something a little bit different tonight. I've left it to the last minute to actually put something together. So we're just going to do a hot lap. Hopefully it works out well, but I'll try and talk you through it the best I can. So here we go. Just making our way up on the pit straight. You want to try and get a really good exit out of there if you can. Get a nice run down through pit straight here as we go into the Yokohama S corner. It's a nice side hairpin. On the brakes nice and hard. Try and get a good exit out there if you can. We want to lift off here. Let the front grip up. Don't want to miss the apex here either. Drifted out a little bit wide. Second gear. Let's make our way down here to the left-hander. Just shift down one gear. Bit of a tough corner, you want to start the curbing. Heading down to our next hairpin. which will turn us into Michael Schumacher S's. Sort of like a double apex this corner. Well, definitely got a little bit of oversteer through there. Definitely stay off the curbs if you can. Gone out wide. Coming up into this last chicane. Awesome if you can get it right, ugly if you don't. You just want to trust the car as you go through. Flick it over the edge there. Keep it in nice and close. We make our way back under pit straight. It's probably not going to be a very good lap, but that's okay. There we go, guys. There's one lap of Nurburgring. Good luck for those that are racing tonight, and we look forward to see you on track. Thank you, everyone, for your support over Season 7. We've really appreciated it so much, and we look forward to seeing you for Season 8. See you, guys.
Welcome back, everybody. We're back into the start of qualifying. Sorry for missing that first minute and a half. We've got a few technical issues going on here, so I am going to try to quickly remedy this. Just with Ads, try to get him into the chat. You got me, Ads? Can't hear you, mate. Can't hear you, buddy. Don't know what's going on. Hang on a tick. Bear with me. You got me there, mate? Yep. I can hear you now. I'm just not sure whether the those that are watching the stream can actually hear you. Yep. We're back live, mate. Quali is on because both of you and I forgot about we only a 45-minute practice session. Yeah, I'll put that out there on the chat, mate. Just wait to get a bit of feedback. I'm not too sure what is going on. Yep. All right, qualifying's underway, guys. For those of you that are currently joining us. So I'll just carry on while Ads does a little bit of work in the background, and what we might try to do also is during, between the quali and the race start, we might see if we can get this rectified. So nobody's put in any lap times just as yet. Obviously, let's have a look at Kraken. See where he's at. Coming through the fast left-right chicane, around into the to the tight right-hander, leading onto the start-finish straight to register a time. We'll see where this puts him. 57.4 into P4. Now we've got Simon on a 57.6. Christoph to a second behind that. And Kraken must have had a cut track. Yeah, I can hear you, but Bounty cannot hear you. I don't know why. In your settings. Anyway, we'll have a look at this, mate. I think I'll just carry on with these guys that are out there at the minute. Then we've got Rain of Fire. He's on a red lap too, so obviously he's at a bit of a cut track somewhere along the line as well. So pushing fairly hard. He did finish at top of the tree in practice. Have a look at Stozza. He's up a bit on his previous lap time of a 58.2 in the Bentley. I can hear you clearly, mate. I just can't. I can't tell whether the guys can hear you or not. Yeah. We've got 3 guys at the top of this championship ads that, you know, have a chance of taking it out, that's for sure, which is Simon, Christoph and Scotty Pye. Not a lot in between it. Have a look at... Yes, mate. Yeah, got that all up and running. Yes. Yes, mate, it did. It came out real well. So, you know, maybe the next time you do one, we'll get you to take your hat off. Or maybe put a beanie on. Can guys, anybody listening again, just give us a thumbs up if you can or can't hear ads. Does it sound like I'm talking to myself? Rain of Fire currently sitting in P9, looks to be on a fairly quick lap. He's around about 7 tenths up currently. 8, 9 tenths. Nearly ground out that full second. He's looking for a low 56, that's for sure. And he jumps to P1. Rain of Fire, Sparky in P2, Simon in P3. It's going to be a very, very interesting event. Still can't hear you, mate. No, you just sit tight. It's got to be something on this end. You there, mate? Try now. No. No, nothing, mate. Nothing on that one either.
Hey?
Nothing on that. Oh, hang on. I might have you. You there?
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that sounds like I got you, buddy.
Yep. All right, let's get the someone in the audience to give us a
big
thumbs
up. Let us know, Bounty. Can you hear him, the big fella?
I'm here.
Got him. Got you, mate. You're on. Welcome.
There we go.
Welcome, ads.
G'day, how you going? G'day, viewers. Sorry about the technical difficulties there. Apologies about being late. We had Tuesday night at the Mexican restaurant, which is half price, and failed to remember that a heap of people go in there to eat like we did, and took us an hour and a half to get our bloody main courses. So I was eating very quickly before I heated. So far, came in. We were at Nurburgring. It's looking pretty good. We've got 12 runners in the field tonight for a 90-minute endurance race, and we've got Rain of Fire, as we sort of half expected would be up the top there. Sparky God in P2 in the Bentley, and Psycho's just come through in P3, so he's 3/10 in behind Rain of Fire, and then Simon in the AMG. Benz, and then Christoph. So what do we got there? Ooh, okay. So Rain of Fire with GRT. The next GRT is Kraken down in P11. Hasn't actually put a time down yet.
Oh, he has now. He's up to P4, mate.
There you go. P4.
Look at that.
Wow. So he's just pushed Simon out of the top 4. We've got Cermic Squid in there. Scotty Pie. Stozza, Team Little Bear, EXO. Good to see EXO back for last round, and Familia in the orange Bentley.
Geez, so, could we manage to maybe steal EXO tonight? Given that poor old SAR, we've got one runner.
And that's Scotty Pie. So who you got away,
look, again, Shamrock and White Shadow unavailable from, I believe, work commitments and this week, and Shamrock still dealing with some other issues currently. Okay. So, unfortunately, it is what it is. So, but as I said, just a quick review of the current championship standings as we're looking at these guys, in the last 3 minutes of quali. You've got Simon on 88, Christoph on 83, tied on 79 points is Scotty Pie and Sparky, Rain of Fire on 75, and Team Little Bear on 74. The Kraken 71. It's pretty close. Depending on how this falls, I think anyone, maybe at least in the top 4, maybe the top 5 with Rain of Fire sitting there, and given his current pace, could come away with the chocolates.
Yeah. Right now we're up to top 6 within a second, so half a second nearly, which is pretty damn close. So, as we are all well aware that first corner there, coming to Yokohama corner there at Nurburgring, which is at hairpin, traditionally has seen cars backing up and having the nose to tail stuff going on, and can definitely destroy someone's race in the first corner. So hopefully, as we've seen in the past with these guys, as the time counts down to 1:50 to go with qualifying, it's very very tight at the top there. But hopefully all these guys get through the first couple of corners and then the first couple of laps as well, and they have a good race. But I reckon it'll be a close battle. It'll be whoever's the most patient and just lets the race come to them, and just puts the pressure on when they need to. I don't know what the race strategy would be for tonight. Whether they just go through 45 minutes, on one set of tyres, replace those tyres at the pit stop, and then cycle right through to the end. I'm not sure, but that might be what most people are thinking. But there could be some strategists out there that are looking to change it up a little bit, and potentially do a 2-stopper.
Well, I think you could be right. I think the other thing that's worth noting is it is set for 8 times in the multiplier. Yeah. So there is going to be a large variance. I would tend to think in track temps. So it will be very, very interesting to see. What sort of effect can they keep those tyre temps and pressures in a window for a long enough period of time, or do they have to come and change?
Yeah, well, I guess that's the gamble that some of these guys would have done a full race practice already, I reckon, but that's the gamble that they're going to have to make. And just, does it come down to time lost on old tyres versus getting new rubber underneath you and actually going out and putting down some good lap times. And so that's one thing. But then the second thing to that as well is we've just zeroed out on the clock. It's a very hard track to pass on as well. So that's got to take that into consideration.
Yeah, absolutely. Not many passing opportunities at all. Look, you've probably got under brakes down into turn one. Down the bottom of the circuit, into the right hand hairpin as well, and not too many more coming back up the hill after the Schumacher S's, into that left hander again. If you can get a good run and somebody gets a little sideways, loses a bit of traction, that's another opportunity, but not very many places to pass. So there we have the end of quali. Congratulations to Rain of Fire on pole. Great job by Psycho into P2. Simon made his way back up to P3. Sparky in P4, Crack in P5, and Christoph in P6. And Stozza P7, good job by him. Sir McSquid P8, Scotty Pie P9, Team Little Bear P10, Exo on his return into P11, and Familiar GTR in P12, rounding out the field for tonight's race.
Yeah, well done, guys. It's awesome effort. Just want to do a quick shout out too. Came in to Stoss's kids. I think they may be watching their dad on TV. So, g'day kids, how you going? Good luck to your dad tonight too. Team BHR. Hopefully he does a good race on the last race of the season 7. So it should be exciting. And if he starts to get angry or mucking up or whatever, you just go and give him a little bit of a tune-up.
Yeah, well done. Well done, Ads.
All right, so that's it.
Yep.
Have a little break in between here and there. Okay, man, is that what the plan?
Yeah, no, not tonight, mate. I think, look, I did sort of rush through a bit of this earlier stuff, when I sort of realised, well, hang on a minute, they don't have long left in practice, and I needed to get the party started. So, I wouldn't mind just briefly. We can jump back to I might jump back to the series points here, so that we can have a look at that, where we're currently sitting. Look, it's not going to be easy for GRT, I believe, to be knocked off the top position. But geez, let me tell you, second, third, and fourth, that's pretty close. 574, 574, and 561. So
sure.
It's there's still quite a bit of change that could go on there in between second and fourth, for sure. Yeah, SAR's just moved themselves into the position to get the first pick, for season 8. So there's a strategy there.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. That's it's always a good way to take it. No, I think that GRT, they really can't lose this in terms of a team's championship. But in terms of individual battles for the tier 2. It's definitely going to be interesting, and I think that some of those guys are just going to have to, be patient and hopefully have a good start. We've got Simon up the top there on 88, so he's got a fairly decent buffer over Rain of Fire there. He just needs to be consistent. He definitely doesn't need to finish first, that's for sure, but he certainly needs to finish in the top 5 at least.
Absolutely. And look, maybe throughout the course of tonight's race, mate, Bounty might be able to give us some, live updates, quite possibly.
Yeah.
As to where they're sitting. So we might just jump back, mate, to the live stream. If you want to, we might just take a quick break. We've got 2 minutes left before the formation lap. So we might just take a quick break and...
Sounds good. I've got to grab a quick beer.
Welcome back.
We're
back. You there, mate?
Yeah, mate, you got me?
Beautiful. Good to go, mate. Good to go.
Excellent.
I had to go and have a, at my age, a toilet break. I got an hour and a half of this. I've had a couple of wild turkeys this evening, and I'm just hoping I can get through the hour and a half without having to go again.
I'm sure we'll have it covered, mate, for sure. Well, they're on the formation lap. I reckon there'll be a few nerves. Last race of the season. It's been a stellar season. Been very competitive. We've seen some action-packed battles between these guys. It's always been a fairly good mix as well. So, whilst the Bentleys are a dominant vehicle, we've actually seen the Ferrari up there, and Simon's put the AMG up there as well, which has been good. And looking forward to seeing the race start and seeing what comes of it.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree, mate. It looks like it must be 7:37 a.m. in the morning. We'll be able to get a look at the temperatures shortly to see where we start the race at, and then we
22
can keep
degrees.
22. Okay, beautiful.
We're on just for those guys that are racing next week. We're on a fast track. The sun's in behind the clouds. We've got a ambient temperature of 22 degrees and a track temperature of 22 degrees. With a 6-kilometre southerly wind.
Nice. So the guys are beginning to form up now.
They are. Let's see what all this looks like. Still a little bit of weaving going on. I wonder how many victims that last chicane will collect in this evening's race.
Well, we want to wish them all good luck tonight.
It's definitely a little bit untidy.
They've pulled back in now, so
yeah, that's not.
They're away.
So Simon's right up the back of Rain of Fire. He just needs to make sure that he doesn't fire into fire on the first corner, which he has already backed off just a fraction, which is good. And Scotty Pye's gone in hard and banged into the back of... Who is that?
Was that Kraken or was it a Bentley I think he got into?
I don't know, but he was only a light touch. He probably would have had a moment there, I reckon, of thinking, holy crap.
Yep. Simon and Sparky side by side.
Yep.
Here we go. This is not looking promising.
So Simon's done the right thing there.
Cracking up through into P3. He's gone a little bit deep there. Sparky's followed him.
Yeah, well, that's a big move. Need a big set of kahunas to be able to pull a move like that on the first lap.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see after 45 minutes of racing, if most people are going to go to halfway of the 90 minutes, what the actual temperature goes up to. So it's already risen 1 degree, so we're up to 23.
Is that track or ambient temperature ads? I can't see it currently on my screen.
Both. Both, mate. Okay. So we're still on a fast track.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see when it actually kicks into optimum. It'll be after a few laps, I reckon. Once a little bit of rubber's laid down. Beg yours, mate.
Get on the back of this group here, mate. There's a bit going on down the back here at the minute.
Well, it's certainly bunched up, that's for sure. It's a bit of a train. You've got Scotty Pye in behind Christoph. And he'll be looking to make a few positions tonight, I think. He'll be desperate, absolutely desperate to get up there and finish either in first position on the individual championship points, or at least in a podium position.
Totally agree.
Who we got in there? We got Sir McSquid popped in behind Stozza, Exo, familiar with Team Little Bear, and his Honda has fallen back to position 12. But the cars are looking a little bit skatey on the track at the moment, which is probably explains that it is a fast track. So these guys will be, the ones that have practiced will certainly be prepared for this.
They will indeed.
Also, Kraken's in the AMG.
Yep. He's closed in. He's closed in a 1.2 second gap there. You get into the back onto the back of Psycho. So I don't know whether the front two, because Rain of Fire is not too far ahead of Psycho either. So whether they've had a little bit of a moment together.
Yeah, I think it's probably more the fact that Kraken can see that Rain of Fire is pulling away slightly, and Psycho is probably doing a lot of mirror watching at the moment, which is slowing these two guys down. You can actually see there that Sparky's closed in a little bit as well, so he's not that far off the pace. It's under a second.
He's got a bit of a run here on Psycho. Is he going to make the move down the inside? He's having a go.
He's gone deep. He's gone.
Oh, he's made it stick. Nice move. Well done, both guys.
So still only early days.
Only 5 minutes into the race and the action's on.
Sorry, what was that? Team BHR in position 1 and 2?
Yep.
See if Burrow's listening. Or sorry, not BHR colours, but potential BHR team members. Might have to get the checkbook out, I think.
We need more than the checkbook, mate, for us.
Yeah, no, that's okay. We've got good history. But, these guys need to definitely keep on the pace. Can't let these two guys at the front just pull away. It will be hard to pull back. For these four guys, you can see the gap that Sparky Sparky's pulled in on these guys, so he'll be looking to make a pass on Psycho fairly soon. But Simon's got who was it? Christoph up his backside. And definitely doesn't want to feel this pressure right at this particular moment. Not so early in the race either. So I know from last week racing at Hungary there, and I had the joy of following Andrelli around for half a race, and then the joy of having Andrelli all over the back of me like a bloody spider monkey. By the end of it, I reckon there was laps there where I didn't even take a breath. And by the end of it, I was that hot and sweaty and felt like I'd been to a Thai balloon show. So, wow.
Just worth noting on that last lap, Kraken was half a second faster than Rain of Fire on that last lap.
Yeah, so we don't know what Thai temperature they're running. It is up both track temperature and ambient temperature is 24. Wind's gone down to 3 kilometres an hour. It's still a fast track, so once this track kicks into optimum, I reckon some of these guys will still be just tippy-toeing around, just taking it easy. But this is definitely the Kraken has absolutely taken the ball by the horns and is making a move on a slippery track to try and get up as far as he can, which he has done, and he's on the back of his teammate here. I'm not sure if there's any team rules that's been given out by Barradog, but as far as I'm concerned, it's game on. So it's for the win.
We'll have a look at these lap times as they. Oh no, Kraken! It's gone too deep.
And that's the risk. That is the risk.
Cameron Footner's just put a little post up there. Well, actually, I'll go to the one above it. Barradog reckons we need a big checkbook. I'm not too sure, but anyway, we'll wait and see. And Cameron Footner's put down there that Simon knows the game plan. Finished within 5 of Christoph and 9 of Scotty and Sparky. And it's his for the taking. So they've done their sums. They know where they need to be.
Yeah, and that's thanks Cameron for putting that in, mate. And that's what I love about the HR boys. They help each other and support each other as much as they can. And if Cameron Footner's been in there with the game plan with Simon, which I have no doubts that he has done. I'm really proud of that, and thank you, mate. So we just need to make sure that, Simon just cycles around nicely, and if some of the boys up front there are fighting for positions, they might have a little off track, or they might bump into each other, cause an accident, because it is game on, and as Barradog has indicated, that team order is to win. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how all this plays out. But
Yeah.
We've clicked over to Optimum Track. Got an ambient of 24 and a track of 25, so it is going up very, very quickly.
It is, isn't it?
We've got 10 minutes of racing and it's gone up 3 degrees. So it doesn't sound like much, but that could be the difference of car performance, with 20 minutes in. 25, 30 minutes in. But so far, these guys are doing a really good job, which is really good to see.
So,
what are you doing so far, K-Man? Seeing anything out there?
Look, Sparky's pushing hard. Obviously, look, Rain of Fire's got a bit of a gap now due to the mistake made by Kraken. So we just have to see whether Kraken can... he appears to have pretty good pace. So, again, not being where he was in P2, my question is, well, does he change his strategy? If he gets on the back of these two guys and can't get past them, does he change his strategy? That's the question.
Well, it depends on what he set his tyre temperatures up for, isn't
Yep.
it? They're going to work into that. I know that just watching the lines that they're taking, so Sparky's just he's gone over a few curbs there, which, as we do know, it unsettles the car. Thanks, Bounty, too, for updating those points, mate. Really appreciate that. It just goes to show how the guys at the front are desperate for the win and whatnot, but our good man Simon in the green BHR AMG, as Cameron said, knows exactly what he needs to do. Doesn't need to win the race. He does have Kraken coming up behind him, but he does have a bit of a buffer there, so he can probably even let him go through. So that's a really good outcome for him so far. And I'll hopefully by the end of the stream and the race, and I've had a few more beers, I'll be getting emotional for Simon.
As you should, mate. As you should.
Yeah, no, he's been awesome, actually.
Ex-SAR driver, mate, just to put that out there, all right? So,
yeah,
I trained him up and released him.
Oh, I appreciate that. He's had a good stepping stone. He's come up into the into BHR. He's actually transitioned very well into Team BHR too, mate. So he's been a good contributor. He's pretty consistent and solid. So we appreciate his efforts, and yeah, the results so far stand to show that he's a bloody good driver too. There's a tight little battle going on between these three. So Rain of Fire, he's a fair bit up the way now. It's got a bit of a gap. I just reckon that between these guys, they I reckon they'll close in, and they will. Well, they need to actually work together to close back in on Rain of Fire is what they need to do. Which they're not that far behind.
No, they're not. Look, I think the other thing worth noting too, from this season, these guys, coming into this room, some new guys, etc., in as AM drivers. When season 8 comes around, they're not going to find themselves as AM drivers any longer. I think some of them will definitely progress. They have the ability and the speed, and that's just great to see.
Yeah. Oh, look. These guys are quality guys, and I speak for myself when I say this, but yeah, we all start at the bottom, unless your name starts with V and ends with K, or starts with J and ends with E, or you're a Slambo, but you just got that natural gift to jump in a car and rip off really good lap times. But no, these guys are doing a great job. They absolutely deserve to, they've learnt their craft, and they absolutely deserve to be up there. And it's good too, because you get, they get a few seasons under your belt, and then you get new members coming in, and these guys will be leaders for their teams as well. Certainly be people that the new guys can look up to and get advice from. And we've got, he's just nearly gone into the back of Sparky there. So looks like he's probably desperate to get past, I think, K-Man. He's wriggling all over the joint. He's riding the back of Sparky's car, just like a bloody cow on a bull. Going from left to right.
He might jump on board for a sec, mate, and have a look at a bit of that wheel work.
Yeah, well, this might be a turn it up moment, mate.
It would be, but it's not operating.
There it is. We saw that coming. Now, that was only a small tap, but what has that done to the car in terms of aero damage, aero balance, percentage? Has it changed? Is it going to get a little bit of understeer, come into the vehicle there? And I know that with Sparky, that getting that rear end tap, I've experienced it myself in the Bentley. It seriously does not take much for it to unsettle the aero balance, and you can be going around a corner and all of a sudden the back end just comes out like it has never done before. So, and Psycho's caught up into the back of Rain of Fire here. So wow, this is heating up, absolutely heating up. What have we got? 1:14. Well, there you go. Ambient temperature of 25. So, point to notice, 1:13, and track temperature is 28 degrees. We've got the sun in behind the clouds still, so there's still a little bit of overcast weather. Still only, just nearly 10 o'clock in the morning, so still nice and fresh. And this is going to cycle through. It'll be interesting to see. I'm going to make a prediction that it's going to get up to about 36 degrees at the peak of day. And then probably just teeter off there a little bit later in the evening. But, I reckon right now with minutes raced already, they will definitely be starting to feel a bit of pinch with the tyres. A little bit of grip being lost off the surface of those tyres came in, I reckon.
I would totally agree, mate. I think if you haven't got your tyre pressures correct, as Bounty has just noted, if Rain of Fire's tyres are getting hot, if he hasn't started them in the right area, a few points lower to allow for this increase, that could be catching him out.
Yeah, I know that when you're driving and you're going through that, like, you're trying to drive to a high level, and then managing your tyres at the same time. And if you're getting pressure from someone behind you, you tend to try and, just drive that couple of percent a little bit harder, a little bit quicker. And then that's when you start to make mistakes. And, if your tyres aren't quite right, or at their optimum PSIs, then it can be disastrous.
Yeah,
and it might have been too.
Sorry, mate. It didn't take long for Sparky to get back onto this train either, just quietly. So maybe the tap was light enough that it's not causing him too much angst. Or, again, has Sparky got his tyres in the right window and these two in front haven't? You might just jump on board with Rain of Fire and have a quick look at his, his wheel inputs and just see if we can see anything.
It doesn't appear to be serious enough.
A little bit of understeer there in those two corners, but not much.
Yeah, he's pushing though. What's his quickest time? 57.2, is it?
Yeah.
So it's just feathering front just a little bit as well. I've actually got to practice going back through the Michael Schumacher S there. In my hot lap there, I rode up in the curve. It's been a while since I've actually driven at Nurburgring. I came home from work this afternoon. I think it was about
Riggsy, good evening. Welcome.
4:45 and quickly jumped on and did a quick couple of laps, and yeah, that was it. So bit of an ugly lap, that hot lap that I did, but anyway.
Oh,
he's gone.
He's got a tap from Psycho.
Yep. I've got a. Yeah. Okay. This is interesting.
And Sparky into the lead.
Wow. There you go. Hey, Richie, how are you, buddy? Well, they just need to keep out of trouble. Not too sure what's going on there, but Simon definitely does not want to get caught up in a battle where he's got cars rubbing up behind him and up in front of him, and he's caught onto the back of Kraken too. So
and so is Christoph. So he's closed in too. Look, this is, as we say, far from done.
So Sparky got in P1 and pulled out a decent gap already. So I'm just wondering if Psycho and... Oh, yeah, there you go.
Christoph's just run off.
Yep. Let me just check. 30 degrees, track temperature. Ambient is 26. And there goes... Oh, and that's a big smash. That is a big off. Who was that? That was Kraken.
Kraken off and into the wall.
Well, very interesting. Very interesting. That puts Simon up into P4. Oh, this is getting... Yeah, I've just watched that on the YouTube. Again, and yeah, he's just lost all front end grip mode and spun off on the grass and into the wall. So he'll have significant damage, I would say.
Yep.
So Simon's got a decent little gap. He's pulled over Christoph, and all he needs to do now is just cycle in behind Psycho, because he's in deep on Rain of Fire. And we've already seen these guys come together in the previous lap where they've bumped into each other. So not ideal. Still got 1 hour and 7 minutes to go, so there's still a long way to go in this race.
Sparky doing a nice job out front there, just, staying out of trouble, putting in the laps. There wasn't a lot in it out of these front three. Rain of Fire was actually the slowest on that last time that they crossed the start-finish line. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say he's struggling a little bit with car damage, I reckon, mate. Just enough to unsettle him. He's probably a little bit gun shy too, I would say. Just seeing his mirrors full of yellow. He's just probably not quite sure if Psycho's going to come in deep under brakes. So he just needs to try and just reset, settle back down, and stick to the race strategy that he set for himself for tonight. I was just checking. I thought I just looking at the TV screen. I wondered if Stozza had dropped out, but he's in there, which is good. So
he's in P7.
Yeah, no, he's doing well. Psycho's just gotten a little bit unsettled through that chicane.
Let's have a look at the lap times as they cross. They've got Sparky, 57.1, 57.2 for Rain, and 57.9, and obviously that would have been that over the curbs and a bit of bouncing around from Psycho there that cost him some time, but Christoph is back in the 58s at the minute. So he's obviously carrying a lot of damage, I would say.
Yeah, I reckon he is too, mate. It's just those guys, if they're, like I said, if their plan is to go 45-minute stints, then they've got a long way to go still with the damaged car.
Yep.
Yeah, you can just see there, even corner exit, just getting oversteer, getting unsettled with Psycho there. Simon's just keeping a nice buffer between himself, Psycho and Christoph. And you definitely don't want to ride the curve up on the inside on that corner exit that Psycho's just done. You can see how, the curves don't look big, but once you ride your tyre up there, it really does get some air in between the front splitter. And, just all the suspension's unsettled. He's gone through there not too bad, so that's okay. What have we got happening down? Let's have a look at the cars through the field, mate. See what's happening.
I'll go down the back here. We'll start with Team Little Bear, I think.
Yep.
Okay,
Always love the look of this car. Nice chrome. Painted P&L colours. A little bit of pink, purple, I think it is. Not sure. But it certainly stands out, that's for sure. I believe the Honda in the update is a very quick car. So we could, I think we mentioned that last time actually. We might see a few people that jump on that. So they'll be looking to Team Little Bear for some advice.
Yeah, I might put a bit of a disclaimer out to the Bentley drivers that another update came out last night on PC.
Yep.
And the Bentley is now the slowest car.
Really?
Yep. Basically, all the updates and the BOPs have come for all the new cars, and obviously the Bentley is still a 2018 car. It is being left behind.
Yep, rightio. Well, that might take a bit of interest with some of those guys. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head except for people like Ty Morgo and Burra, who have stayed in the Eagle Wind.
Prepared Bentleys.
Sorry?
The Eagle Wind prepared Bentleys.
Yeah. Won't affect Cameron because he's staying with the PS4, I believe.
Yep.
But yeah, certainly it would be good to see some of these guys move up into different cars and try a different make and model, and even the Nissan. I mean, that is an awesome looking car. I love that.
Yep.
Great sounding car too. Just with the and sticking to the road beautifully. Oh, I mean that looks really sexy, that car.
It's a good looking beastie. And I think it gets brought back up towards the front of the field in a number of the, whether we get it in the next update. But, yeah, no, they do a bit of work on it.
Yeah, well, that's good to know. Not sure about where I'm going to head to in terms of with the update if it comes and it's all successful. I've got sort of reservations as to whether I stay in the Ferrari and do another stint or jump in the Aston Martin, but or back in the Porsche. I'm not sure yet, but certainly want to work something out because I want to have some good races and want to even have the opportunity to even get a race win under my belt at one stage, hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Just on board here with Scotty Pye, and he's carrying a bit of damage in the back end of that Ferrari that I can see. No, he's obviously caught something, or somebody's caught him. But as you can see, there's quite a bit of damage there across the back of that 488.
Yeah. Well, as I say, rubber's racing.
Yep.
A Nissan Cup season. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, Bounty, actually. We could have that as a filler in between Season 7 and Season 8. No reason why that can't be achieved. But Stozza on screen, if the kids are still awake, make sure you give your old man a big cheer, guys. He's doing a good job there in P8. He's done really well actually since he came into Team BHR. I know he's very committed to dropping down a lot of practice laps. Gets pretty frustrated when it doesn't come together, which I completely understand. But that's how much his racing means to him. So he loves to get on track and do the best that he can. And he's done awesome in Season 7 since transitioning over from Project Cars 2. So well done to Stoz. And no damage, which is good.
Yeah, clean as a whistle.
It is. And it's taken that chicane nice too. I just watched the suspension and just getting a nice bit of air in between the guard and the top of the tyre. And the Bentley just seemed to soak it up, which is a good thing. He's obviously got his car dialed in, and he's pretty comfortable with it. So, well, we've just clicked over 30 minutes came in, so we've got 59 minutes to go.
His old Sparky has pulled away. 4.5 second lead.
Yeah. Well, he's got no damage either. So he capitalised on that incident between Psycho and Rain of Fire with their coming together, and Sparky's been able to drive on through with no damage at all. So that's a bonus for him. We've just got these guys. So Kraken's all the way down to P7 after that tap he had with the wall. That's not too bad on the front of the car.
Yeah, and on the rear of the car as well.
Yep.
No, the question for him will be whether he repairs it.
Yeah, ditto, mate, ditto. I think if it was me, I would definitely go the repair if it was within 10 seconds. Anything more than that, you question a little bit. Just taking on board, how the car's driving, what it's doing, how it's performing, and if you're comfortable with your position. But certainly Squid here in P6, doing a great job. So he missed out on quite a few races there at the start. I did say in one of the streams that it was due to work commitments, but he actually went on a family holiday with his family, and he was gone for a while, and which is why he wasn't racing. But glad to have him back. And he loves his racing, and he's in the Audi there with the nice BHR green colours at the front, and sporting a flat sort of glossy black rear end. Be awesome if we could have control over sponsors that we could put on our liveries. I mean, he's got some good space there that you could easily stick some good stickers on. I know that they've got that in PC, so it'd be awesome if we could get them in console as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You can have a lot of fun, putting liveries on cars in PC, that's for sure.
Yeah. So just while we're cycling through here, just a quick shout out to the sponsors. So, with Pagny Next Level Racing, we've got Games and Racing, Shelby Acoustic Racing. We've got our trophy man that provides trophies, has done all season. So it was confirmed in the meeting that we had during the week that that's going to continue on. So that's a really good outcome. And big shout out to him as well. So thank you so much for that. Some of the trophies look ripping. They would look even better on one of my shelves at my house. I might just have to borrow one off of a BHR team member. I've got a few to choose from actually. I've got Cameron and Jamie and potentially Simon as well. So there's a chance I could borrow one for a couple of months. But and then so shout out to the mods and the admin team for the work that they do in the background. There's a lot of stuff that goes on that a lot of people don't see. That keeps all this keeps the wheels turning for the races for each round. So well done to all those guys as well. And K-Man, just a massive thank you to you, mate, for this season with the what you've done with the broadcast and the streaming and commentating. It's been fantastic to have this opportunity to do this alongside you, mate. And but yeah, massive thank you from myself as well, with your help and support with getting into the start of season 7 and putting something together that we could continue to race on through the rounds each week. And so it's been good fun. And loved it, mate. So yeah, thank you to you, and hopefully we can get to do it again next season.
Yeah, absolutely, and I appreciate that, Ads, and and the same to you too. Just as we say, that psycho's come off the track. Sorry. So yeah, mate. No, look, I appreciate all the effort that you put in, mate. There's a lot more that goes on behind the scenes that you do, for sure. So, but then we've got the help of all the other captains, and the admins, some of the mods. It takes a team to put this together, let alone a team of drivers to win a championship for a specific team. So we all have a common goal, and that's to get people out on track and to enjoy their racing. And whilst there's still some areas that we're working on. We're looking at constant improvement. And yeah, that's what it's about. And I'm just hoping that everybody enjoys themselves. Sure, people don't, have sometimes the best of races, but in the overall scheme of things, I hope they're enjoying themselves. And if they've got mates that are out there that are, mucking around in other leagues and bits and pieces, get them over here with us, mate. This is the place to be. And yeah, mate, just again, another big thanks to you, Ads, for your assistance in keeping us moving forward. So, cheers.
No, I just cheers you as well. Just open up another can. So,
yeah, mine's too far away.
Hey?
Mine's too far away.
Oh, is it? Well, you can grab it if you want.
No, I might.
We're here for a long time.
You've still got
no
53 minutes.
No point just looking at it.
Look at. I know there's been some mistakes because obviously we've been sort of going through the field here, having a bit of a look. But I know there's been some mistakes made. But obviously, Rain of Fire 8.5 seconds now behind Sparky. Something I meant to mention a bit earlier too. Ads if guys haven't done full race runs and maybe they've done the first 10 or 20 minutes of the race. If you don't have your brake ducts right. If your brake ducts are too closed to give you tyre temperature in that colder part of the start of the race, boy, that can bring you unstuck pretty quickly too.
Well, we've gone from 22 degrees at 7 o'clock this morning.
Yep.
to now 36.
Yep.
That's a pretty big jump.
Absolutely it is.
And the cars, even though we've got Sparky way up the front there, but Run of Fire, so Simon again just cycling around. He's really not trying to catch up to Rain of Fire by the looks of it, but I think that he is purely based out of, Rain of Fire having damage and making tiny little mistakes here and there. But this is a cracking effort, and man, I would love to be a fly on the wall in his race room right now. I reckon that he'd be just jumping out of his skin with excitement, just knowing how close he is. He's literally 52 minutes away from winning the Tier 2 championship, overall championship for Race on Ice on a Tuesday night in the GT3 series, which is a bloody fantastic effort. So I don't know how I would feel right about now. I don't even think I could contain myself, to be honest. It's anything like I was when I got my third place there the other week. If that's how excited I get doing just getting a third, I can't imagine what it would be like to feel like getting a championship win in the Centre Corsa Competizione series, that's for sure.
Hey, listen, I've got a question for you, Ads. Now, it's a little bit tongue-in-cheek, mate. A little bit tongue-in-cheek. Now, we're sitting here in this event tonight, and we're looking at a BHR team member, Simon.
Yep.
Taking away the championship, quite possibly, unless it all goes absolutely pear-shaped for him, which is highly unlikely.
So we don't want to wish that. Yep.
We've got Cameron Footner, still with a little bit of work to do, but, up there well and truly for the Tier 1 on the PS4.
Yep.
And you've got Jamie in the hunt, up there in the PS5.
Oh, where was Jamie in the hunt? Because I know he's definitely put himself in a position of driving a Honda around where he's really fighting, for position. So I'm not quite sure.
No, I think what I'm leading to, mate, more so is that how come your team's in fourth, Ads? What haven't you been doing right?
Well, yeah. Well, you know what? Actually, it's not even me. I'm going to blame Gaz. Gazza has got his finger in everything at the moment.
Everything.
And it's not... Oh, yes, don't you worry. He's doing bloody Assetto Corsa V8 supercar racing. He's doing PC Enduros. He's doing the PS5 racing. He's doing PS4 racing. So he's doing everything at the moment. I'm just going to blame Gaz.
Well, he'll be happy when he hears it.
Oh, that's all right. No, mate, massive shout out to Gaz. As you know, that last season in Bathurst there, when we did that tribute to his mum's passing.
Yep.
I got pretty emotional there. Probably a little bit embarrassed by how emotional I did get. But that's how much he means to me and what he's done for us as a team as well. He is what BHR is, and that would never ever, even though I'm the standing captain for him this season, and it was for personal reasons as well. But as far as I'm concerned, he's the number one BHR person in our team, and always will be.
Yeah, mate. True word couldn't be said. So, well, there we are. We're nearly at the halfway mark. We've got Sparky that's got a 7.5 second lead over Rain of Fire. Simon just sitting there nice and comfortably, collectively calculating, just a second back from that. Christoph about another 4 seconds back. I think it was. I could be wrong. Yeah, 4.5 seconds. Cermic Squid in P5 and Stozza in P6, and Scotty Pye. Psycho's obviously already been in and done his pit stop. I think that may have been forced with some damage, and it looks like Kraken has decided to do the same. So, very interesting.
Yeah, no, it definitely is, mate. We just got an update from the main man Burradog from PS5. So Kawera in P1, Slambo in P2, Jamie in P3, and Gaza in P4. So Team BHR members up there in the top 4, which is a really good effort. So that will be interesting to see how all that plays out as well.
Beautiful.
It's a good question that you asked before, mate, and it's in terms of teams points, and it always comes down to drivers being available. You can have the wins and you can have the podiums, but if the rest of the team aren't performing, or they're not racing, then it absolutely hits you hard. And I think that's been a true reflection of that, because we've got we've got some quality drivers, and and look at us, we're sitting down there in position 4 for the team's championship. So
no, I shouldn't talk, mate, a P5 in the team's championship.
Well,
there you go.
Just think though, mate, you've got nowhere else to go but up.
Exactly. That sounds like I've said that before somewhere along the line, but never mind.
There's probably a song about that, Kenny Rogers' song.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I might put you, mate, who would you like to jump on board with while I just grab myself a quick refreshment?
Yep.
Who would you like to follow around the track for a while? We're on with Sparky.
I'll jump on board with Simon, actually.
Righto, here we go.
Whoever he is. So he's just come through Yokohama corner and making his way up to this difficult left-hander, which is a little bit of a late apex, which he's done just nicely. And he will shift up to second quickly. He's stayed off the curb on the inside. He's coming through. Down into this left-hander, third gear. I tend to drop down the first gear there just to use the engine brake. Sorry, I was just looking at the chat. Bounty's put up for the P5 points, which is awesome to see. Jamie in P3. As Simon makes his way up into the Schumacher S. And that AMG Mercedes is just hugging those curbs just nicely. He's on the brakes nice and hard. Trail brakes in sweet as. He's very good with the trail braking. I'm just looking at his inputs there. He makes his way down this back straight. Fast right-hand sweeping corner. Through the chicane, on the brakes. So he's hardly even touching the curb. So that's how comfortable he is with his setup at the moment. We've got a track temperature, 37 degrees, ambient temperature 28. We've got wind. He's got a tailwind of 7 kilometres an hour. So still needs to do his pit stop. We've still got what have we got there? Rain of fire. Sparky God's in the pits now. As Simon goes cycling through. Scotty Pye's just coming out of the pits. I just saw that. And that's a lap around Nurburgring with Simon from BHR, who's 43 minutes off of potentially taking out the Tier 2 championship for the Tuesday Night GT3 Racing Series 7. We've got Sparky got in the pit. Yep. Who's he got cycling in up behind him? Is that where's Psycho? He'd probably be a fair bit off the pace. Oh, he's not that far.
Not that far at all.
Well, I'd say he's probably closed in, because Sparky God was, 7 seconds up the road, wasn't he?
Well, he was up the road from Rain of Fire. So, yeah, interesting.
Okay. Well, 43 minutes, 37 degrees. Wow, that's Slambo's 1 point in the championship in front of Guer, and Guer's in P1 at the moment. So Slambo, I don't know where Jamie is in terms of how close he is to Slambo, but that's a great effort. Great effort from Gazza, though, to be in P4 in the Audi, so that's really well done too. But just be interesting to see. So what's Psycho, 3 seconds? So I wonder what's happened there. Maybe he's just overshot the box, done a Ron Jeremy and overshot the box and maybe lost a few seconds. Simon's in the pits now with Rain of Fire.
Have a quick look at Simon's in.
Look at that. Again, no damage on that car at all. Not even dirty. Oh, I don't get that. He must be spraying it with somebody like... What's Stoz's car doing there? He looks like he's going backwards.
It'll be interesting to see the back of Rain of Fire's car here, mate, whether he's repaired it or he's not.
Yeah, we'll see
And
where
he's
he
not.
popped. Yeah. No. Has he come out in front of Sparky?
It looks like he has. He has.
Wow. Well,
Poor Stozzer has got to stop go.
what's happened there? His car didn't look like it was in the pits properly. I'm not sure what's going on there. Hopefully he's... That's a pain for him, unfortunately. But yeah, right now we've got a race ahead of us. You got Cermic Squid in the Audi, who's in P1 currently at this moment. So he'll be lapping that up. I'm sure he'll be taking screenshots of him up there at the moment. Simon outright has P2.
Simon's currently sitting in, well, if you take Sir McSquid, who hasn't pitted, he's sitting now in P4. Psycho ahead of him. Sparky, then Rain of Fire. As it all sorts itself out.
Oh, okay. Wasn't Psycho behind Simon?
Yes. But he's come out ahead of him.
Wow. That's
So pitting, it'll be interesting to see towards the end of the stint, though, the tyre wear, the tyre grip between the two, because Psycho went in a fair bit earlier.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering how he's gotten that far ahead with his pit stop. He's still got a 30-second pit stop, regardless of, you know.
Yep.
That's interesting. Couldn't imagine. Well, Simon had no damage at all, so I'm not sure what happened there.
Well, Kraken's in the pits again.
Yep. Yeah, that's got me. It's got me buggered actually. Cermic Squid's just popped into the pits.
He'll cycle through and
Everybody
everybody but Team Little Bear. So
yep. Soz has gone into service stop go, which is going to be pretty dirty on, I can imagine.
no, Rain of Fire definitely didn't repair anything. So we'll have a look next time they cross the line, the four cars here up the front, and see what the difference in lap times are. Now they've all sort of had a couple of laps out there to get some temperature into their tyres.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon Rain of Fire without damage. It looks like Sparky's going to rein him in. He's got 38 minutes to do it.
Yep.
He won't do it if he's riding up on that curve, that's for sure, because there's a nasty bump in there.
That's what they call follow the leader, because I don't know if you noticed Rain of Fire went up and over the same ribble strip.
Yeah. Well, that corner is disastrous for that bump, so that will launch a car for sure. But just a PS5 update. So Baradog with the news to tell is that after the stops, we're in P1, Jamie in P2, Flambo in P3, and Gazza in P4. So right now, if Bounty can give us an update, what does that do for the points? Does that put them as even? And then there's a count back in terms of the wins, or is it? Is there a point difference there for Gawur? Which is a really good effort, especially too for in the Porsche. Just make sure you hit the like button too, guys. It's important that we continue to get the likes. Helps push the streams out to the wider group. I remember the days when we were easily getting up to around 40, 30 likes in a stream. This is before we had a PS5 and a PS4 Tier 2 racing against each other in terms of same time racing. But even if we can still push the numbers, it's still really good for the brand, for the Rouge TV that we've got. And really appreciate you guys coming on tonight and supporting. And thank you for everything that you've done. So change in order, Lambo P2, Jamie P3. All right, so that's, yep. Wow. Flambo will be desperate to try and claw that back, I reckon.
No.
Oh yeah, he has. He has. So we've got 10 drivers. So Stozza looks like he stopped in the pits. Who we lost there? I can't see who we've lost. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We are up the front. We've got 35 minutes to go, and we're on board with Sparky God, driving for Coach Dave Academy Racing. So another one of our sponsors. Thanks, Bounty. Appreciate that. Sparky is closing in on Rain of Fire, and I do not think, unless Sparky makes a mistake and goes off track, but I don't think that Rain of Fire can hold Sparky off in the Bentley. It needs to start off those curbs though.
Slambo back into second, so he's up by 1 point.
Yep. Yeah, well, he's racing the BMW M4. So it'd be interesting to see. We know that thing's terrible on tyre wear. I don't know how long they've got in their race, but certainly be interesting to see how it goes towards the end of the race there. Amazing that Jamie can even get that Honda dialed up to be competitive with those guys up the front.
Poor old Stozza's got another stop go. I think what's occurring, he may be popping it into second gear.
No, I reckon he's got a glitch going there, mate.
You think?
Yeah, something's going on. He knows what's going. He knows how to do the pit stop. He does a lot of practice, but I reckon something's. I noticed when we were on someone in the pits there, his car appeared to be moving backwards for some reason when it was in the pit box. So I'm not sure what that's all about, but anyway, if it is a technical issue, there's not much we can do about it. So Sparky just needs to.
On that lap, sorry mate, on that lap, Psycho was fastest, and actually Rain of Fire was faster than Sparky.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Sparky's riding the curbs all over the place. He needs to take the curb. Especially coming down in this not this corner, but the next right-hander. So he takes this one comfortably. The last two laps, he's actually
been
right
up
up
on the inside.
Yeah. And then he's gone out wide. So he's certainly missed his apex there, and that's that's the difference between closing in and just staying slightly adrift of the person in front.
Yeah, maybe Bandy, if you're out there listening, mate, do you mind giving me an update on any of the SAR guys? Or maybe I don't want to know.
Track temperature. Yeah, afternoon track temperature's coming down. Did peak there at 37 degrees. Back down to 35. I couldn't imagine it would go down much more than this. Maybe down to 32 by race end. But that's interesting intel for next week.
Yep.
Hope all those guys that are racing in the Tier 1 race next week, PS4, especially BHR guys, I know Gaz is getting a bit tonight. But yeah, we need to put it up the pointy end, boys. We need to get some really good team points back. Whoa.
Did SAR turn up tonight? You're killing me, Bounty.
Sorry, came in.
No, that's all right. I did actually offer for JJ a bit earlier. I said, listen, mate, do you want to run tonight? Or do you want to do the stream and I'll race in the PS5? He said, no, I'll race.
Oh, so is he racing tonight, is he?
Yeah, I believe so. Well, maybe. Yeah. I've got no idea.
Oh, well, that's good if he is.
Now, where are we with gaps at the minute? The gaps sort of kind of got a bit little stagnant, or has there been a bit of a mistake there? No. It's about the same. We're getting down to the 30-minute mark.
Down at the business end of the racing. Down at the business end now. Came in with got these guys looping around. Best position car at the moment is Simon in P4 because he's got Christo behind him. I think if he's in P5, he still gets the chocolates, and then he's got Sparky. Not Sparky. He's certainly Squid in behind him, who will absolutely not put any pressure on him if it comes that way. But this will be the longest 30 minutes of his life, I reckon. This is encouraging too, K-Man, for the Ferrari being up the front, mate. Hopefully, we can... and you were bloody flying last week at Hungary, mate, with your Ferrari for those first couple of laps.
Yeah, I think I had my eyes closed.
Well, I know you had your eyes closed when you were about to hit the fence.
Yeah, I did. That's definitely, I did close my eyes.
I did notice that you were getting a bit twitchy in the rear end there. I was thinking to myself, some Cabantrum will probably fix that.
That's exactly right, mate. The old Cabantrum.
Yeah. But no, I did notice that. Interesting that I was in behind Andrelli there, and you were pulling away, and then within a couple of laps, I mean, Footner and GT King had already sort of pulled away as well, but Andrelli and myself were starting to close back in on you, and then all of a sudden I noticed that you were getting a bit slippery in the back end, and then you had that off there at the terrible turn 4, where it spits you out like a bloody something, and into the wall.
Now this is getting spicy. This is talk about getting spicy and twitchy.
Oh yeah.
He's got to run in that Bentley.
He sure does. He's going to dial it up
make him go the long way around. I don't think Sparky has to do that. I really don't think. He just needs to just keep pushing and just keep pushing. There's a lot of race time left yet. Rain's carrying some damage, absolutely. So he's just got to make sure that he doesn't 58 fall from rain, 57.8. So, just doesn't bring himself unstuck and ruin what's been a great drive from Sparky.
Yeah, it's getting a bit toey at the top end. Got more toes than a Roman sandal at the moment.
Yep.
Just see what sort of run he gets down on the pit straight here. They're going to have Exos when Rain of Fire's going defensive. Oh, he's gone out wide. Where's Sparky got right? Oh, he's still there. Well, these boys have got to watch out for track limits now too when they're pushing this hard. Well, he's gone up the inside. He's going to do an under and over. Needs to get that drive out.
Now, are you watching the delayed broadcast?
Oh, sorry, I was too. Yes. Sorry about that.
All right, no more beers for you.
I know. I've only had two.
I'm not seeing what you're seeing.
I'm back on board with the live stream. I was sitting back in my chair, like slouched back, just watching. I forgot what I was doing. Sorry about that. So we're coming through that fast right-hander here. Got Exo up ahead. Rain of Fire still just going a little bit defensive. Oh, look out. Oof. That was close. Bucky got right on the back bumper bar of this Ferrari for GRT. 25 minutes of this is absolutely nuts. And all Rain of Fire needs to do is just park his car on the inside of the racing line, making his car as wide as possible.
Team Little Bear over there on the right-hand side, parked up.
Oh, was it? Thanks, Bounty.
Oh,
yeah, this is...
yeah, who's Steptoe?
Well, Bounty would have seen your camera the other day. So.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's the end of that, isn't it? Right, Aiden. Right, Aiden.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good show, that one. Alright, so Sparky God just needs to reset. He needs to just keep the pressure on Rain of Fire. Rain of Fire, as we've seen over the last few rounds, has been very good with pressure applied. Something that I'm not so great at. But Sparky God just needs to regather himself, and he's just getting a bit. All those curves are just unsettling, and again, it's burning up the tyres. You've got to remember these tyres have only got 3 mil of tread on them, so it doesn't take much to wipe a little bit off, and just close back in on the back of Rain of Fire and put the pressure on, which he's doing now. And I think too, what it is, K-Man, is that whilst the Bentley's good on the curbing and corner exit and that, he just doesn't quite have that top end speed.
500s between the two of them.
Yeah.
On that lap.
He's just getting pushed out wide.
Also, Psycho was over 3 seconds behind these two. He's down to about 1.5.
Yeah. So that's these guys battling, slowing each other up. So Simon's still down to P4, which is good.
Yep.
Parky's riding up on the curbs again. Yeah, it just looks like Rain of Fire's just getting a little bit more drive out of the corners, corner exit. Just pulling away enough just to keep that bit of a gap there. Track temperature of 31 degrees, so again it's come right down again. We could end up seeing this come down to 25 degrees even, I reckon, mate, by the looks of it. So that'll be interesting.
That'll have gone full circle.
We just about have. Well, we couldn't have asked for much more than this for the last race of the Tier 2 series in Season 7.
I totally agree, mate. Look, there's been some epic battles throughout the course of this series with these guys. Absolute epic battles. Let's look at the lap times as they cross the line. 58.2, 58.4, 57.4 from Psycho.
Wow. So how far is he behind now? Oh, under a second.
0.9.
So he's just pulled in half a second just then.
Well, if you're on board looking, oh no, is he gone wide? Oh no, I was just going to say, look in Sparky's mirror. There he is.
Yeah, I just saw that. Well, Rain of Fire is going to be slightly relieved about that because he knows that Sparky's sitting in behind him, putting pressure on him, but then he's also got to defend his position to Psycho. So it's, I hope these boys can bring it home clean to the checkered flag.
Can we watch Fire's rear camera? Well,
just jump on there and you probably don't have his. Have you got your buttons set up for rear view and everything?
I don't think so.
No.
So the answer would be a big fat no.
That's correct, mate.
Next season, Bounty. I don't like to see where I've been.
Oh, got him. There was a touch. There's a touch. Oh, this will be interesting. Will there be a redress? And there is. Wowee. Very interesting.
Well.
So, Sparky got up on the outside of him then. He's coming across so that to put Rain of Fire on the left-hand quarter panel of the Bentley.
Yep.
For Coach Dave Academy, which is then given and gifted first place to Psycho.
Who's currently off in the distance.
And yeah, a long way ahead. How far up? So, am I reading that right? 7 seconds ahead?
Yep.
With under 20 minutes to go. Who's that? Is that Team Little Bear off into the...
Yeah, 10 Little Bears off over there.
Yeah, Rain of Fire won't be very happy about that, I reckon. He was defending. Definitely didn't get the better run out of the corner. Sparky did, but these two guys have made contact with each other and basically taken each other out. Both of them losing the opportunity to potentially have a race win in the last race of Season 7.
Yeah, 6.8 second lead for Psycho.
Yep. It's not a bad effort. I know he raced in the Tier 2 series at Hungary there and did a pretty good job, and then raced in the Tier 1 series as the filler. Didn't have such a good race, but he's certainly proving himself here tonight. Whoop.
No, don't worry about that, mate. It's only
Oh,
me.
I can't say once.
Get out.
So is that saying Who are we on board with here? Oh, Sparky got. So Simon's 1 point. Oh, he's under a second behind Rain of Fire now. $17 minutes to go. Track temperature's down to 29 degrees. It's 5:28 in the afternoon. Looking like it's getting a little bit slippery.
Means we're going to need our miners' helmets. Do we
Well,
finish in the dark is the question.
I don't know. No, I haven't had any feedback come through from any of the guys that have done a practice. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
It's certainly cooling off. Simon's right up the back of Rain of Fire right at this particular moment. If you want to swing over to them, okay, man. So remembering this is he's in a position where he can take the overall championship, but he's could potentially be, keen to get hold of a podium finish as well as Rain of Fire goes out wide on the final few corners. So very little in the way of steering inputs. Nice and smooth. Second gear around there. This is a great drive by Simon so far. Cameron Footner called it before. He knows the game plan. He knows exactly where he needs to finish. And he's executing that plan to a T. I wouldn't be surprised if the opportunity comes where Rain of Fire probably goes out a little bit wide and Simon slips up the inside of him. And that could be due to the contact. I mean, even his race lines are so clean, with the track temperature changing as much as what it has. Doing a great job. Put my glasses back on so I can see what I'm looking at. So he's 8 tenths behind Rain of Fire. You've got Sparky got up there in P2. He's 4.5 seconds. Is that 4 seconds? Is that reading right there, came in? Sorry, it's really small, I can't see. So is he 4.5 seconds behind?
Ahead of Rain of Fire.
Ahead?
Yep.
Okay.
And then Psycho's 8 seconds ahead of, as we look. No, it's not. No, sorry, my miscalculation. There we go, 3.5. So Sparky's closing in again.
Well, if that's a genuine close in, then that means that we're in for a battle for the last 5 minutes, I reckon.
We've
got 14 minutes to go.
Yep. I don't think Simon's going to do anything. I think Simon's just going to sit back here because he does not need to get tangled up with anybody.
No, I hope that Simon's not going to do anything. He doesn't need to do anything, so he's got no pressure from behind
Although
at
that
all.
Mercedes is quick in a straight line.
Yep. Yeah, no, I'd be definitely requesting for Simon not to take the position, but just to cycle around.
You want to send him a message?
Well, no, definitely not. But I just can't believe how clean his lines are still. Like he's just hitting all the apexes exactly. It's like a replay of the lap before and the lap before that, the lap before that.
Yeah, he's very, very neat and tidy.
Yeah, without a doubt. So great effort. There'll be some celebrating going on in 13 minutes' time. So we've got Sparky God's just dropped back slightly again off of Psycho. So maybe
Yeah.
Psycho had a little bit of a whoopsie moment. Yeah, that's exactly right too, Cameron. One podium from Simon all season goes to show you don't quit, and you show up every week. Top effort for his consistency in his debut full season. Yeah, so that's a really good effort too.
Oh, absolutely. You know, consistency is very important. You know, to turn up, you know, round after round, number one, and then to, you know, grab as many points as you can. Know when, geez, tonight's going to be not necessarily my night, or this is not my favourite track, and just take what you can get without risking. Makes all the difference.
It sure does, and he's proven that too. Like it's you know, we've got to give him the credit where credit's due. Like, you know, we've always commented on, you know, how clean his car is. It's never got damage. He never gets in the way of anyone. He hasn't interfered with anyone on track. You know, as far as I can recall, there's been no protests against him. It's been nothing, and he's just been a quiet achiever, just going about his business. And as Cameron said, one podium, and look where he sits. He's got a decent buffer where he doesn't even need to fight for position to take the championship. So that just goes to show that this is a man on a mission, and doing a really, really good job. So I won't congratulate him just yet. I'll certainly it will be coming. Has he closed in? Does it look?
Well, it's at 2.3, 2.5.
Well, there you go. 26 degrees.
As the clock hits 6:22 p.m. at night, give us a weather update, ads, because you can see it. I can't.
Yep, so the sun has completely disappeared behind the clouds. We've got very calm winds of 2 kilometres an hour with a slight easterly. Ambient temperature is 25 degrees. As Sparky God goes off track. And a track temperature of 26 degrees.
Track temperature 26.
Yep.
Wow.
So we peaked at 37 degrees there at midday.
Yep.
With 9 minutes to go with the 8 times multiplier. So the boys have actually, Sparky's got his lights on. I'm just curious if anyone else does have their lights on as well. Maybe they've been asked to turn their lights on. Oh, that is very interesting, actually. Well, it didn't look like
Need the commentator's curse to kick in. Well done, Bounty. Still seems light enough out there at the minute, looking through Sparky's front windscreen.
Yeah, not sure, but certainly missing his turning points. I have no doubt I'll probably do exactly the same thing next week. Just a quick shout out to Bounty. Hopefully next week he can get through lap 1 and 2 without any issues of being spun around or hit. So that's not putting the commentator's curse on you, mate. That's just wishing you luck for just a couple of laps for a 90-minute race. But no, these guys are doing a great job. Sparky's still got 8 minutes, so there's still time.
Just worth noting, your man is in P3.
Oh, there you go. So he's made the move. Oh, it looks like Rain of Fire's had an off-track moment because he's quite a few seconds in behind Simon. So again, another example of staying the course. He's not only going to take a championship win, but he's going to have a podium finish as well up his sleeve. So that will be great for him.
A 58.3 and a 58.3 from Psycho and Sparky.
Yep.
I think that's a
Interesting.
fair. I think. Oh no.
Sparky's disconnected.
Yep.
I just saw that on screen. Something's going wrong.
Yep. Poor Sparky. Seriously.
Yep. All that driving for nothing. Yeah, that's a damn
Last
shame.
7.5 minutes and he's gone. Maybe he needs to replace his tin cans and string.
Yeah, I can't think of.
Update from dial-up.
Yeah, or don't be on Grinder at the same time as you're doing an online race.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing. It said system error.
Yeah. Sorry, Sparky, mate. That's really terrible news. I feel terrible for you, mate. You put a bloody great effort in there. We'd love to having you on board with us this season too, mate. Hopefully, did a really good job, mate. Really good job with sticking it in there and getting up front and putting the pressure on the guys. So well done. And running with a rear deflating tyre. So I did notice that you get a little bit screwed there too. So that explains that. But something I've mentioned over the period is with the Bentley, whilst it does ride the curbs, it doesn't love the curbs. So it does get punches quite easily. And we can see that's testament to what Sparky's just put up there. But mate, condolences for your disconnect and your system error. Hopefully that you can bounce back for season 8, mate, and kick back off again and continue to run a good series. So
Wrong fucking button.
So we've got 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go. We've got Psycho comfortably out in front by 6.5 seconds with Simon in position 2 and in contention for the overall championship of the Tier 2 series. As I said, I'd love to borrow that trophy off you, mate, one day. Just put it up in the cabinet and get a photo of myself in front of it, so no one needs to know that it belongs to you for that moment, which is all cool. And we've got Rain of Fire back up in P3 after his off tracks and damage that he's received. But doing a great job, these guys. Christoph in P4. And we've got Cermic Squid in P5, so that's 2 BHR drivers in the top 5. So there's some good points for Team BHR. Slowly going. It's down to 24 degrees track temperature, mate.
Yeah, it is 24. It's nearly reverted all the way back to the starting temps. Yep. Except track is optimum, of course. Only difference if it gets right the way back down. It started, I think, at 22, didn't it? From memory.
It did, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was 7 o'clock in the morning. So,
look, irrespective of, unfortunate for Sparky, but even Psycho's had a good run. He had a great run at Nurburgring into P2 from memory. And here with just over 3 minutes to go, he looks like he may take, which I don't know whether you can confirm, Ads, or not, whether it may be his first win.
Yeah, it possibly could be. I don't think Ty Moore goes racing in the PS5. If he's on or someone can get in contact with Ty, he might be able to confirm that. It looks like so Simon's got his headlights on as well. Psycho hasn't got his on, so it's 7:26 p.m.
Yep.
With 3 minutes. It might possibly take us up to 8 o'clock at night for these guys. But still looks pretty bright. Actually, doesn't look too bad. I mentioned the go to Scotty Pye in position 6. I'm not sure where this puts him. His finishing position is in 6. Where that puts him on for the championship points, but he's basically got everyone up above him that was in that list. But that's another good effort from Scotty Pye this season to finish up as high as what he has. He's cycling around, and he met his mentor on the weekend, Scott Pye, at trackside. Had a nice photo of himself and Scotty Pye on Facebook there. Not sure if he gave him any pointers though, but Dermot Squid cycling around with his lights blazing.
Were you talking about Scotty Pye giving Devon pointers or Devon giving Scotty Pye pointers?
Oh no, Devon giving Scotty Pye
That's
pointers.
what I thought you
sure.
meant, yeah.
Oh, 100%, mate. Without a doubt. Could imagine it would be the other way around.
As we roll into the last 60 seconds, it's just sort of flicking our way through the field. Now we've got remaining, Christoph in P4. Look, that Bentley's straight as an arrow too.
It looks like it, doesn't it?
Yep. Rain of Fire. Well, they can't quite say the same. Oh. Current points. There we go from Bounty. Which I think Rain of Fire would get Scotty on a count back, I would think.
Yeah.
Simon's got his headlights ablazing.
He does, mate.
Here we go. Here's Psycho. Are we going to get one more lap out of him? I think we are. There we go.
They've called it. They've definitely called it. Basically, it's called last lap.
Jeez, it's looking pretty dark, mate. I don't know what you think.
Yeah. Well, they've got their headlights on, so...
Well, some may have their headlights on auto, see?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'd probably just turn mine on for the,
Yeah. No, there's Simon's are on.
Yeah, definitely blazing. That's for sure.
Ah, no, it's not too bad.
Yeah. Might be on auto then. Well, here we go. The man of the moment is on his last official lap of Nurburgring. It's the last race of season 7. He's going to finish in position 2. He will take the overall Tier 2 championship. Simon drives for Team BHR and has done an awesome job all season. Done an awesome job tonight with this race. Absolutely deserves everything that he gets coming to him. And mate, I hope when you're watching the stream back, you just get a full appreciation of all of our support for you and the good and hard work that you've done. Yeah, congratulations. So congratulations to Psycho for finishing the race in position 1 as he's about to come around the last corner on the pit straight. Cross over the start-finish line. He'll be absolutely ecstatic with that. Lights flashing. Well done, buddy. Simon in position 2 and season 7 Tier 2 champion. Well done, mate. So proud. And then we've got Rain of Fire. that will come over the finish line as well in position 3. So Tycho's doing his big burnouts. You can see the discs there are blazing. And there we have it. The Season 7 champion of all champions, is Simon. What an effort, mate. What an effort. Well done. Good call, 2K, man. It was a really good 90 minutes. And apologies for the muck up there at the start. Dinner was delayed by a fair bit of time, so I was having Mexican, so I wasn't just going to get up and walk away because, I love my Mexican. But glad that you could kick it off there at the start, mate, and we got our technical stuff sorted. But really good call.
Yes, mate, and look, congratulations to Psycho. As I said, we need to confirm it, but that could very well be his first win. So congratulations to him. Amazing effort, from Simon over the 5 rounds. Super consistent. Even adds he's raced up in the Tier 2 and the PS4. Great driver, never an issue. Knew his place when he went up a level. Great to see. Rain of Fire. I don't think Rain made the first round, so I think he's only done 4 out of the 5 rounds. But nevertheless, the consistency of Simon, that's what makes a champion, is consistency. So you don't always have to be the fastest to take the championship.
No. Yeah, and we saw that this season, and look forward to next week. Hopefully we can continue to bring home some really good points for the teams, and that's all the teams, including you, 2K man.
Yeah, thank you.
Good luck for you next week, mate, and look forward to hopefully seeing your blue Ferrari up there, but not just up there.
You want to see you want to see the front of it behind you.
Well, sort of, yeah, or beside me, but not the back of it. But no, it should be good fun. So thank you very much for everyone that's jumped in tonight. It was good fun. 90 minutes of racing. We've had the small numbers of cars, but geez, we've had some action this season, which has been really good. And look forward to next week and finishing it off. So thank you so much to everyone out there, and thank you, K-Man.
Thanks, Ads. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Hopefully we look forward to seeing you from the other side of the screen next week. From Ads and myself, we're over and out for a little while, but hopefully we'll be back for some streaming in Season 8. Enjoy the rest of your week, and thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, guys. See ya.